Hi, and welcome back. I'm Sherry Summers, and this is Everyday Pronunciation. Since it's the Monday before American Thanksgiving, we'll be doing some things related to the Thanksgiving holiday this week. I know those of you in Canada already had your Thanksgiving, but the words and phrases we'll be going over will be useful for everybody, I think. So today we're going over the sentence, I'm taking some time off from work. I'm taking some time off from work. Okay, so as always, we want to take a look at the sentence and decide what gets the most stress. So listen, I'm taking some time off from work. I'm taking some time off from work. Okay, we're going to stress the one word that has the most meaning in the sentence, and as usual, it's a noun, a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. Can you hear where it is? I'm taking some time off from work. Okay, if you hear time being stressed the most, you're right. I, as the speaker, feel that this is the most important word. I really want to talk about time or time away. But we also stress the word taking, especially on the take part. And we stress the word work. Okay, these are also important, but they're not as strong as this time because that's where I really want to focus. Time off. So the rest of these words, I'm, are small. Some, off, from. They are not pronounced very clearly. They're pretty small. In some cases, they're reduced. So let's work backwards and see how this sounds. Let's start with the word work. Work. Okay, what I want you to know about this word is the OR in this sentence is what I would call a basic sound. It's actually the same sound that you hear in her, like HER, or fur, like an animal's fur, FUR, or sir, SIR. Excuse me, sir. Generally, if we see an OR in a word, and that OR is in a stressed syllable, almost always you will hear or, but not when there's a W before it. If you have a word, like the word word, that is spelled with WOR, you almost always hear So it could be word, work, worth, worse. All of these words have a basic sound in them. So be really careful that you don't open your jaw too much and say or whoa, something too big. It's really small. So you round your lips for the W and then you open them just slightly. So it goes something like little round lips to a little bit bigger round lips because you have to round your lips for the R sound, and you get were, let's put the K on it. Work. All right. These are supposed to be your lips right here. So little to big, work. Okay, going backwards, from is generally reduced. So we're going to take that O out and let's put a little schwa there instead. So we get from work. From work. Okay, from work. Going back, we have off. Now the words off and on are reduced, but they never have a schwa in them. These are some exceptions to our structure word rules. So we're not going to hear "uf," and we never hear "un" when we're talking about off and on. You always will hear a little tiny "ah," but it's not going to be a really big word. So we get off. And then the word off ends with f, and from begins with f. So go ahead and just hold it a little bit longer. So we get off from work, off from work. Okay, off from work. Now we go to our big word. The big word is time. And because we end time with an M and the word off has a vowel in it. We're going to push this over into the ah sound. Now, the E in the word time doesn't have its own pronunciation, so it really means nothing other than the spelling and how it makes the I in the word time a long vowel instead of a short vowel. But it has no sound of its own, so don't even think about it when it comes to whether or not we should push an M over. We're going to push the M over into off, so we end up with tie moff. Okay? If you were to record somebody saying this and then slow the recording down a whole lot, you would hear this. You would hear time off, time off, time off. So we get time off from work, time off from work. So the muff and the from are pretty small. Tie is our really big sound. Time off from work. All right. Some gets reduced and sounds like sm, sm. So another small sound. Sometime, sometime, sometime off from work, sometime off from work, sometime off from work. Okay, taking, take has a nice strong t in the beginning. It's an aspirated T, so you can hear a lot of air come with it. You can hear t, t, and the word time does as well. So take has a long A sound. It's spelled like this, E-A, take. Make sure it has those two parts. They're spoken very quickly, but you need to have the E and the E in order to make it work. So we have take. So take some time. And then let's put the ing there. That's a little baby E sound. And actually, we could push the K over into that. I shouldn't mark it with a line because that makes it confusing. What I mean is this is a little tiny sound. This is a fairly big sound, not as big as time. Taking, taking, taking some time, taking some time off from work, taking some time off from work. Okay, and then we add the I'm. I'm is just a I'm, and it's small. Okay, we don't put a schwa in there. We never say instead of I when you're talking about yourself, but it does become really small. So it becomes I'm taking some time. I'm taking some time off from work. 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 Okay, a few more times. I'm taking some time off from work. I'm taking some time off from work. I'm taking some time off from work. One more. I'm taking some time off from work. What are you going to do this week? I'm taking some time off from work. Oh, good. I'm taking some time off from work. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm also taking some time off from work. All right. So try it a bunch of times, as many times as you can today. And if you're really taking some time off from work, maybe you can use it with some friends, family, or colleagues and try it out. I'm taking some time off from work. And you could also change this around and say something like, I'm taking some time off from school, or I'm taking some time off from whatever it is that you do. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Try it out many, many times if you can, and I will see you again tomorrow.